are essential kitchen appliances that effortlessly mix, chop, and puree ingredients for smoothies, soups, sauces, and more. Featuring powerful motors and sharp blades, they ensure smooth, consistent textures. With multiple speed settings and durable designs, blenders make food preparation quick, easy, and convenient for home and professional kitchens. In this video, we're going to show you top 5 best blenders 2025. I'm trying to list those based on price, quality, and more. Subscribe now, hit that bell, and never miss a product's review. Number 5. Vitamix VM0197. How the Vitamix Ascent X2 performed in our taste testing. The Vitamix Ascent X2 whips some taste bud tingling blends. The green smoothie is delicious. I can barely taste the kale, said taste tester Leslie Robinson. The berry smoothie was fantastic as well, though some berries made it through unscathed, which lent the drink some slight grittiness. Our frozen cocktail turned out thick like a sorbet, but the texture was very smooth and consistent. The nut butter was a little thin since we had to add extra oil to get it spinning properly, but it thickened in the fridge and turned out quite nice. The Ascent X2 turned a chunky tomato soup into liquid gold. Super silky, steamy, and hot. The Vitamix Ascent X2 is a high-performance blender that combines powerful functionality with user-friendly features. With a robust 1440-watt motor and a 48-ounce pitcher, it excels in blending all sorts of drinks and purees. It didn't struggle at all, said Robinson. The Vitamix name has earned its stripes as a top-tier blender brand, and that legacy continues with the Ascent X2. The Vitamix 5200 and Vitamix Explorian E310 are also solid blenders, but the Ascent X2 proved to be the most efficient and consistent Vitamix blender across our tests. Number 4. Breville 3X Bluicer Pro performed in our taste testing. The Breville 3X Bluicer Pro spun up thick and creamy smoothies and a slushy-like frozen cocktail that our testers said were mouth-watering to look at and refreshing to drink. The food processing impressions weren't quite at the same level. The nut butter was tasty, and our testers were surprised by the general lack of graininess, but it took a lot of finagling and stirring to get it there. The soup results were worse. It was fraught with chunks that made it look like a marinara sauce, and as a result, the remaining liquid tasted thin and watery. What sets the Breville 3X Bluicer Pro apart is that it combines the power of a blender and juicer in one compact unit. It excels at making drinks like smoothies, frozen cocktails, and fresh juices, making it ideal for juice lovers wanting to streamline their countertop setup. This, combined with its large 68-ounce pitcher, places it in a unique spot as an amazing party machine, where you can extract fresh juice and then use that to make a large amount of fresh frozen cocktails or mocktails for a crowd. Number 3. Ninja Professional BL610. How the Ninja Professional BL610 performed in our taste testing. For such a wallet-friendly appliance, the Ninja Professional BL610 performed surprisingly well in several of our blending tests. It made a berry smoothie with great texture and a green veggie smoothie that tasted great, though both were a little chunky and required some chewing. Our blended margaritas were excellent, with a smooth, creamy texture that reminded us of a 7-Eleven slushie. This low wattage unit was shockingly good at breaking down peanuts and almonds into a smooth, high-quality nut butter. It was easily spreadable on bread, and our tasters enjoyed the flavor. However, the soup we blended was a bit gritty. For folks shopping on a tight budget, the Ninja Professional BL610 is an affordable alternative with impressive capabilities. It's even a good deal less costly than the NutriBullet combo. According to our tester, Gina Bradshaw, the BL610 should be on the radar of any blended cocktail enthusiasts. With a powerful pulse feature, this blender easily pulverizes ice into snow. The smoothie preset whips up batches of creamy blended margaritas in no time, and the oversized 72-ounce pitcher means you'll have enough on hand to serve the whole party. Number 2. Cuisinart CBT 2000 P1. How the Cuisinart Hurricane Pro 3.5 performed in our taste testing. The Cuisinart Hurricane Pro 3.5 made delicious drinks and purees with several exceptionally high notes. It blended a green smoothie so pure that there were no detectable traces of any veggie or fruit flecks, and one tester said, "I can't get over how great it tastes. Yum." The berry smoothie was nearly as good, but a few non-pulverized seeds made it through, giving it a bit of a crunch. However, the blended margarita had a smooth texture throughout that our testers loved. The nut butter was a bit of a hassle to make, but it did turn out moderately creamy, if on the thick side. The tomato soup was a crowd favorite. It was utterly luscious to sip. Utilizing a jaw-dropping 2,000 watts of power to pump 3.5 HP through its spinning blades, the Hurricane Pro is a blending force to be reckoned with. This became clear with the green smoothie and tomato soup we made, where the Hurricane absolutely demolished fibrous leafy greens and hearty vegetables, liquefying them to sumptuously delicious drinks. Number 1. Breville Super Q. How the Breville Super Q performed in our taste testing. The Breville Super Q delighted our taste testers. After tasting the leafy green loaded smoothie, lead tester Leslie Robinson said, "I can't believe it's so smooth." Likewise, contributor Arthur McMahon said of his berry smoothie, "This is the creamiest smoothie I've ever had." It produced some of the silkiest, creamiest nut butter of any blender we tested. While we had to pour in lots of coconut oil for many other units, that wasn't necessary here. This powerful blender did a great job of grinding nuts without rushed legwork on our end, which is what we'd hope from such an expensive unit. Using its soup preset, this blender turned out a batch of rich homemade tomato soup in under 6 minutes, heating the family-sized batch to a steamy 145 degrees Fahrenheit. As for frozen cocktails, the results were smooth and creamy with an even texture throughout. Breville Super Q is a versatile high-end blender. The combination of thoughtfully designed presets and convenient accessories makes this a nearly perfect unit, not to mention a fantastic substitute for a food processor in that it has its own setting for chopping. The Super Q's strong 1800 watt motor powers through piles of ice and frozen berries, creating the smoothest smoothies among the blenders we tested.